Hey everybody, we're halfway through the week. This is your ELA 7 virtual edition for Wednesday and Thursday. So is that like Wednesday? I don't know. However you want to say it, Wednesday and Thursday, if you want to mash it up, whatever. But this is a 2-for-1 lesson video for April 28th and 29th. So let's see what we have to do today. We're still working on vocab list 24. This is our last official list week. We're getting started on a novel that we're going to finish up the year with, and the title of that, you may have heard of it before, either from maybe an upperclassman or an older sibling, or maybe from a 7th grader who's already read it. The title of the book is The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. So we're gonna get started with that today. And then of course we've got Reading Plus. And if you're in the middle of reading something awesome, take 15 minutes today and spend some time with that. All right, so let's get started. First of all, this is vocab list 24 week, and so we've already done our concept circles, we've already done our story, so that means that what we have left to do is to review. So there are links in the module for Wednesday, Thursday. So there are links there for Quizlet and for Bookit, so feel free to use either of those to help you review list 24 to make sure that you've got it sunk in there. If you're like, list 24, got it, nailed it, go back to list 19, spend a little time there, because we are just over a week away from our vocab test over all 6 lists for this quarter. So today's vocab is review. Review. All right, so that brings us to The Outsiders. So we haven't talked about this at all. Like, this is your very first introduction. So what we're gonna do with that is a little WebQuest, and this is actually something we would have done in class as well. So this isn't all that different from what you would have experienced if we were in school right now. So what you're going to do for this WebQuest, that's going to give us a little bit of background information on our author, on the book itself, and on the 1960s, which is when the book is set. So what you're going to do is open up the assignment TO Web, so TO for The Outsiders, and then Web for WebQuest. So open up the assignment TO Web, and then you'll download the attached file. And then when you open that file, what you'll find is that on the left-hand side of the page, there's going to be QR codes with website addresses there. And those websites are where you're going to find the answers to the questions in the WebQuest. So on the left side, you'll find the websites, and on the right side, you'll find the questions and space for you to respond to those questions. So like for the author part, which is the first section, there's two different sources there that you'll need to visit, and some of the questions will be answered in one site and some of them will be answered in the other site. So you will actually have to like search for answers. They're not just going to be like numbered. Oh, the answer to number 1 is blah blah. The answer to number 2 is blah blah blah. That's not how it works. Okay, you're actually going to have to. It's a quest, right? It's an adventure. You have to search. Okay, so look for your responses, look for your answers to the questions. There's some interesting stuff in there. So now I don't think that the links are going to work when you download that PDF. I'm pretty sure the links aren't going to work. So I am including those links so you can kind of check them against what's going on, or my link titles in the module. So I will include those links in the module so that you'll have access to them. So it's not just like, oh my gosh, I have to type this whole thing in there. You won't have to do that. I will put those links in the module for today so that you'll be able to more easily access them and won't have to type it up. Another option that you have, if you have a second device available to you with a QR code reader, there is a QR code that goes with each one of those web addresses. So if you have a second device that you could use that QR code to visit that website on a secondary device, so that then it would be maybe a little bit easier, because then you're not toggling back and forth. So that's an option for you if that is something that would work for you. So Like I said though, the links will be there in the module to make it easier. Let's see if I missed anything here. Make sure that you use the websites. Don't try to just, make something up, because I've used the websites, okay? And we'll know the answers. So each question that you'll see in the WebQuest is based on information that you'll find on the websites. So again, like I mentioned previously, you will actually have to quest for it. You might have to, oh my goodness, unbelievable. Are you ready for this? You might have to read to find the answers to the questions. And you may notice if you're, if you have an attention to detail, you may notice that there's a page missing. It's on purpose, okay? I did it on purpose. I was trying to make the assignment a little bit more manageable, and so I took out, wow, that was a noisy vehicle. So to make it a little bit more manageable, I took out the middle page. So if you happen to notice that, oh, these numbers don't match anymore, there's a reason for that. So don't freak out, don't blow up my inbox. I did it on purpose, okay? And then finally, I need you to submit your completed assignment by 11:59 p.m. on Thursday, okay? So yes, I'm giving the assignment on Monday, but it's not due until Thursday because we're using different sources and things like that. I didn't want it to overwhelm us. There are 20 questions, so to keep it manageable while you're trying to get your Reading Plus done and while you're trying to study for your vocab test, it's just 20 questions over 2 days. So that's why this is a combined lesson video and module, is because I'm giving you 2 days to get this work done. Feel free, if you finish it on Wednesday, feel free to turn it in on Wednesday and then spend your time on Thursday studying for your vocab and working on your Reading Plus, or vice versa, whichever way you want to do it. You can do all 3 over 2 days. You can do any kind of mix and match that you want to do. It's up to you. Just make sure that you get all the work done. Okay, make sure you're getting your Reading Plus done. So I'm kind of shifting now into Reading Plus. All right, so let's make sure we get our Reading Plus done, make sure that we get as many points there as we can to bring up some of our homework grades, because some of our homework grades are looking a little crazy, looking a little low. All right, so make sure that you get your Reading Plus done this week and make sure that you're putting some time and effort into it so that you're doing well, okay? I want your scores to reflect your best effort and your ability instead of, I had 5 minutes, so I raced through it and then I got put on hold because I was going too fast, because that's happened to several people. So, all right, there you have it. Here's our rundown. Review your vocab, list 24 for sure, but 19 through 23 as well, because we're looking at that test coming up pretty soon. Then we're doing The Outsiders WebQuest, finding information about the author, about the novel itself, and about the 1960s, which is when the book was set. So that is due Thursday by midnight. Use all the web sources to help you find those answers. And then finally, we've got Reading Plus that we need to get wrapped up by Sunday at midnight. So pace yourself, because it's a whole lot easier if you pace yourself rather than trying to get the whole thing done on Sunday night. And probably a little bit more enjoyable for your Sunday, right? I mean, I'm sure you don't enjoy your Sunday if you sit down and have to do 2 vocab and 4 readings plus your Ascend. That's probably not a very enjoyable Sunday. So if you space it out a little bit, it'll make your life a little better. And then finally, as always, if you've got a book to read, spend about 15 minutes enjoying that. All right, guys, I'll see you again on Friday. If you have any questions, you can email me at dixon@pdys.org. You can message me on Canvas or drop into my office hours on Zoom from 10 to 11. Wow, forgot what time I sit in front of my computer screen for an hour. From 10 to 11 and from 1 to 2 every day. All right, guys, have a good day.